Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Wednesday, April 5th, 2017. The tarot card for today is the Ten of Swords. Now, there's an uneven divide here between those of you who love this card and those who hate this card, but today it gives me a really different feeling. So let's talk about what's going on right now, shall we? We're in retrograde season. Happens every April. But I have to tell you, this April is much easier than last April. There are not as many retrograde planets at one time, and you don't have a Mars retrograde this year. The Venus retrograde will be ending soon, okay, in another 10 days. So it's just not as difficult as last year was. However, it is still a retrograde season. Tomorrow, Saturn will retrograde through August 25th, and then on the 9th, Mercury will retrograde through May the 3rd. This does not have that hitting rock bottom feeling to it, but it also doesn't have that dawn of a new day feeling. So if you notice in the written version of this, I had put something about playing possum. Normally this is done before the written. But anyway, the thing of it is it just feels like, if you're laying there and you're thinking about everything that's going on, the timing is not quite right. It's not that you shouldn't get up and go do. I think it's waiting for that time when the coast is clear. And that's more like May. All right? And we'll be talking more about May as, time goes forward. But it has that feeling of, keeping your head down, kind of taking a look around before you attempt to get up. It's not that you're meant to be kept down by the universe right now. It's just that there are certain things that I think it's not quite time for you to be doing. And that's where that oppressive feeling comes in, especially with Saturn, being at a standstill and ready to retrograde. So it's there. And I also compared it to you remember the classic movie, whatever year that was from, maybe 1973, was The Sting with Robert Redford and Paul Newman. I don't know why, okay, but it makes me think of that, okay, because not everything is as it seems. Well, that's what retrograde season is like. Not everything is as it seems. But in the end, all ends well. Remember that. The movie has a really good ending. So, it's just kind of like, it's not that we're trying to fake out the universe at this point, but I think it's wiser to not be too gung ho right at this moment. That dawn is rising in the background and it's prepared to, you know, shine like the bright light of day come May, specifically around May 22nd. Keep saying it, keep believing it. It's happening. Things will be much clearer by then. And, there are some other things that we'll be discussing that are also going on, shifts that are taking place. But right now, just knowing that it's retrograde season, and if you can take it with that grain of salt and say, yes, it happens every year, and deal with it, the getting Mercury and Venus out of the way in, a close amount of time is going to be good. And then, of course, Saturn will be through August 25th, and we'll be talking a great deal about August as time goes on, because that really is the turning point for this year. Okay? So while you may be feeling that ugh right now of all the retrograde motion, know that when May 22nd comes and you've had that, where it feels better, the fog lifts, etc., and you begin to see where you're headed, know that by the time you get to September, in other words, getting past August, that you're just in this whole new thing. And it's tough because, we're all mentally programmed. You have to think about it this way. We're all mentally programmed when we switch our calendar, from December 31st to January 1st. It's like new year, new you, new life. It doesn't work that way. This year, that new life comes at the tail end of August, and it's a major turning point for so many. And even if it doesn't impact your own life in a really drastic way, it's still going to impact your life because it's going to be, affecting those around you. So everybody is going to be shifting gears late August. So keep that in mind. If you're feeling today like, boy, I just want to be there. I want to be in August. I want to see all these things happening. But I feel like I'm being pushed down. It's okay. Just put your head down. Rest. It all passes. And, I try to discuss energies as often as I can as related to the cards that we have for the day, the week, the month, etc. Because we are truly affected by them. And sometimes people start talking about, like, over in my group, how they feel on a particular day. And there might be something going on, which is passing quickly, but for that moment, it leaves you going, ugh, when the day comes. So today, if you're really feeling that, like, oh man, it's probably Saturn, but it's all right. It will change. It's not going to stay that way. You have a lot of work left to do. But for today, just keep your head down and say, I got this, all right? I know that dawn is breaking on the horizon on May 22nd. Mark your calendar. I want to thank you all very much for listening. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.